0322 currently at right now. A quick reminder for everybody that's watching this for the first time, remember, before these big moves that you see going on here, we started following this stock way back here over here on investorshangout.com/live, and to be more exact, it was going to be right here. That is the first time that we've covered this. I said, watch, might keep going from here. Not much resistance after 0054. That was at 0054. Yes, 0054, 0053 area that we were watching it, and you guys went up to 5 cents, hitting the high so far of 0563. So keep that in mind. Hundreds of percent gains off of us first starting to watch this one. We put it on technical analysis alert once, it looks like. And moving forward here, yeah, we've covered this one once. Multiple times, but we had some mentions of gaps here, and I did mention this gap. So for all you guys that are watching this, I did get a lot of feedback when we did this one. Okay, I did get a lot of feedback from a lot of people on this one, and I want to point out exactly why. So we started watching this, the most recent time is going to be on 4-3. And I'm trying to find the exact point where we watched it, and that's going to put you guys right there where that red line is. That is on the 3rd, this big green candle. That is when we looked at this one last. I said 0367, watch resistance at 0390. After the video, you guys ended up plowing through there. And then I put the resistance at the 05. After that, you guys plowed through that support 0198, 0120, gaps at 0330 and 0279. I got a lot of feedback off of that. And the reason why, they said, no, it's not going to pull back. It's not going to fill that gap. It's going to keep going. Well, I've also put on here, might start to pull back 4-4. Look at what happened here. You guys opened at 0563 and hit the low of 0261, filling the gaps between the 0330 and 0279 that I mentioned, which you can see right here. Came down, filled that gap, starting to recoil now, which is probably a good sign, obviously, moving forward. You know, obviously for the people up here, it's not a good thing that you're down that much, but like I said, this is where you benefit when you watch our live streams. I even put a date on here. 4-4 was going to be pulling back, and you guys did indeed fill that gap. With that being said, what I personally think that's going to happen here is, depending on the volume, the volume is going to be the key player here. The volume has dropped off, not a ton, but it has dropped off a little bit compared to what it has been for the last week. If that volume doesn't pick up, I feel that you're going to trend down to the 10-day simple moving average. What exactly does that mean? That means that over here, looking at this chart, keep in mind that this 10-day simple moving average, which is this light blue line, is going to move up because it's moving with the 10-day simple moving averages. We're moving averages of price over the last 10 days. We're not going to pay attention to the 20 and 30 right now because you guys are well above it, still in the bullish territory by a long shot. And the RSI is now reset at 63. It's not a full reset, but it's bullish. It still has room to go. Keep going much higher from here. But you guys did fill the gaps. There was another gap down here at the lower bottom, but it did fill with that lower wick, and it came back down here to complete body fill on the 4th. So I do believe that if the volume stays where it's at right now and doesn't pick up too much, it probably will trend down to the 10-day as this comes over. The price might just go sideways or come down to it, one of the other, but it will probably bounce off the 10-day. I still believe that it will continue to work its way back up from here. I'll let Joe take over.
All right, so since the last time we looked at it, they had a press release on March 29th, 2017, and that was MMEX Resources partners with KB Engineering to design, build crude oil refinery in Permian Basin. So MMEX Resources Corporation, a development stage company focusing on the acquisition, development, and financing of oil, gas, refining, and infrastructure projects in Texas and South America, and KP Engineering, an energy industry leader in engineering, procurement, and construction solutions, announced on March 29th to a partnership for KPE to engineer, design, and construct the planned Pecos County refinery, announced by MMEX earlier this month. So Jack W. Hanks, president and CEO of MMEX Resource Corp., commented, Plans for the Pecos County refinery are progressing smoothly and rapidly, and the selection of KPE as the product's EPC contractor is an essential first step to beginning the project. With their strong industry experience, knowledge of the Texas market, scalability, and agility, KBE is an ideal partner for MMEX on this project. On March 7th, MMEX announced plans to build a crude oil refinery in the Permian Basin near Fort Stockton, Texas, subject to the receipt of required governmental permits and completion of required debt and equity financing. State-of-the-art refinery project with plans to export crude oil, fuels, petroleum products to Western Mexico and South America would generate approximately 400 local jobs during peak construction and approximately 100 permanent jobs upon becoming fully operational. So that is that. So it basically just goes on to, a message from the gentleman over from KPE and, more stuff on that. All right. So, that's that. I mean, with this thing right here, there's a lot of due diligence to be had with it. Cause I mean, with their, they had their 10Q on March 28th. So if I pull that up, but there's a 10QA as well. So there's a change to it. There's something had to change on it. So I mean, with the growing, I go right to page 11 on this 10K, and their going concern is we have incurred continuous losses from operations. We have accumulated a deficit of $30,053,527 and a stockholders deficit of $2,397,128 at January 31st, 2017, and we have reported negative cash flow from operations since inception. In addition, we do not currently have cash resources to meet our operating commitments for the next 12 months, and we expect to have ongoing requirements for capital investment and implement our business plan. Finally, our, yada, yada. All right, so basically what it comes down to right here, with a project like this that they're announcing, this is a large project that they want to build. So, I mean, when I was like doing due diligence on companies, I'd obviously like stop ripping into the people that are involved within the company, like what their past history is. I want to see their resume, because I mean, maybe there is somebody out there that's willing to give them that kind of money to build this. Even somebody in Texas, or you never know. There's big money in oil, so maybe there's somebody over here that's willing to back it. So time will tell. So as always, if you have an opinion and you want to continue doing your due diligence, go right over to that MMEX board on Investors Hangout. From there, you'll see the company profile, time and sales, recent news, the filings, financials, the buy rating. And as always, if you have an opinion, share it with the tens of thousands of like-minded investors that we have using the site daily by posting it over on that MMEX board on Investors Hangout.
All right, with the chart 0317 watch, large gap has now filled that we spoke about on the 3rd. Small gap at 0163, 0180, that is way down here. Is it going to fill right now? It's hard to say. It truly is hard to say, but I did want to mention it here. It did fill this big gap here, and the buying pressure has been returning, which you can see obviously here. Resistance at 03770, which is going to be right up here. Hit that high. 0370 is going to be that little bit of a resistance level. And 0550 off of that, if volume does not pick up, could tap the 10-day simple moving average, as I mentioned, and can move up here from here. Price per share chart, and the chart has been reset. So what I want to, just explain to you guys really quickly, why does it say that? Well, obviously, if the volume weakens, it will just trend down to the 10-day simple moving average and just go sideways from here. Not saying that's going to happen. I just want you to understand, if the volume, you start seeing it weaken up, that's what could possibly happen. It's not going to, more than likely, not tank down as hard as it did here, but it's hard to say. Either way, the good thing, though, that I want to point out is with this buying pressure, it seems that the volume's starting to pick up now since we started looking at it slightly. Not tremendous compared to what it's been, but it's still down a little bit. The good thing, however, is if you break that 0370 that we spoke about, this thing is going to recoil just as fast as it came down. So that is a good thing, and I want you guys to remember that. Because this thing came down, there's nothing in between here. No candles, no day trading between here, days of trade. Meaning that tomorrow you guys can have big volume rush, and boom, you guys will be right back up to where you started. Keep that in mind as well. MMEX, if you follow this one, I definitely encourage you to hit that like and subscribe button and get out there and share this video with all other investors on different social networks and different stock message boards. Share the video as many places as you can, because that's all we ever ask, and that's why we do these videos, because you guys are the ones that brought us this stock to cover. The more you share it, the more people that request it, the more we do videos on it. That's how it is. So if you have a hot stock that you're following that you would like to see us take a look at other than MMEX, let us know over at investorshangout.com/live. That's investorshangout.com/live.